Um, I'm back with another segment of staying off of drugs. Um, so far, it's been a wonderful week. This is my last day of the week. This will be the 7th day of the week for me. Um, Me and a guy was talking, rather young guy, probably in my youngest son generation. And we was talking on the bus Tuesday, about seeing the world from a woman's view. And then I got to talking about when people are introduced to drugs. Now, I'm laying in the bed trying to figure what to talk about, how to talk about this. And I said, let me get up and check in, tap in. And like I said, it's been a good week. My mind, my body, my soul really don't crave for jumbos, you know what I mean, cocaine. Really don't crave for that, you know what I mean. I do still smoke weed. But to get back into the conversation me and this young man was having, I was explaining to him that, my generation, the majority started smoking weed maybe in middle school. Volumes, cocaine, heroin came along in high school. You feel me? And I was like, man, nowadays these kids are starting off with Adderall in middle school. That's an opiate. You got me? So elementary school, by the time they get to the 5th grade, they're already introduced to serious drugs. By the time they get to high school, a lot of their brain cells that help them think, that help them remember, that strengthen their character is being destroyed. You get me? You understand me? So to question how this started, where this started from, it goes back to your home. It goes back to your environment. Before I finish this up, I'm going to give you 2 examples of it starting at your home. It's starting at your environment. When I was a kid, my mom had probably just left my dad, my biological dad. So we talking about 3, anywhere between 5 years of age. Where my great grandma lived at, on the corner, there was a bar and grill. We wasn't sent in there all the time. You feel me? It's a lot of illegal activity used to go on in there. But me, sometimes I'm up. You know what I mean? So I go in there and get me a soda pop. That we called it back then, soda pop. I'm a 1970 baby, born on 1970. You got what I'm saying on the head, 1970. When the 70s started, I was born. And I explained later on in life my attraction to selling drugs at a bar and grill is because of what I seen as a little tyke, as a little chap, a little shorty, as a child. You feel what I'm saying? I felt comfortable going in that bar and grill doing my dirt instead of standing outside on anybody's corner. You know what I mean? Because it was something I was so familiar with. The next thing I want to explain is I never was a person that did downers. Most opiates are downers. My first encounter with a volume, I was in high school. It was a half a volume. I believe it was blue. Then it might have been white. However it go, we smoking weed, you know what I mean, and we going to a basketball game, to a John Marshall High School basketball game. That's the high school I went to. So we couldn't have been no more than ninth grade. Ninth grade, maybe just got to 10th grade, you know what I mean? But once the volume hit, I'm on the bleacher stretched out like I'm ready to go to bed. You feel me? So after realizing how this affect me and how I look, I was never a person that ever asked again, let me get a half a volume. Let me get a 1/4 of a volume. Nah, y'all take that. I'm going to just choke on this blunt right here. You feel me? So what I'm basically really trying to say, look at yourself. Understand? Look at how what you do as a child follows you as a teenager, and as an adult. As a adult, it follows you. You may never hear about it. You feel me? But your peers talks about it. Your peers laugh about it. And I don't want nobody to ever sit there and say you never cared about what people think, because if you didn't, you wouldn't have so much confusion in you. You understand what I'm saying? There comes a time you put away the confusion and you say, I don't give a care what you think, because why? You have realized this my past y'all trying to joke me about. This my past you're trying to turn me down about. Do you know how old I was? Do you know how immature in my thinking, immature in my actions I was? You feel me? So what I'm basically really trying to say is this, you know what I mean? We live in a society, a world, a population, a major population where the majority do some type of drug. Some type of drug. And I'm going beyond marijuana. And it's a lot we have tried to be numb about. It's a lot we have not went and seek counseling, talked about, brought some closure to. You feel me? Peep this out. I'm gonna give you another example of a downer of one of my moments of taking a downer. And this was the first time this would be the second time I have ever sniffed heroin. The first time I sniffed heroin, it was back in the 80s. We was at this club called Ebony Island, and it was 3 of us on an egg, which, if it supposed to have been some raw heroin, me and my partner, we felt nothing. You feel what I'm saying? We up in the club waiting for it to hit us. It never hit us. So that was nothing we ever wanted to deal with. It was 3 of us on an egg. That's what we used to call heroin back in the 80s, an egg. It was 3 of us. We put up $10 a piece. They was $30. You can't get it for $29. You can't get it for $29.99. You gotta come with $30. We all hitting it in the club. Ain't nothing going on. You feel what I'm saying? Me and my partner, we look at each other like we'll never do that again. That waste of money. You know what I mean? So the second time I touched it was in 1994. And yeah, I was warned. You feel what I'm saying? I was warned. You got what I'm saying? Don't hit this like you don't hit that heroin that got cut on. You got what I'm saying? So I hit the heroin, go in the house, almost OD. Yeah, I almost overdosed. I almost killed myself. You feel me? And for a long time, I used to tell people, my cousin heard me in there, throwing up. He came and pulled me over. All the spit up came on the floor, and he put me in a cold shower, and I came to. Everything is real, everything is true, but the fact that my cousin wasn't there. So who was there? You get me? I never touched it again because it almost killed me. You feel me? I've heard all the stories about heroin, how good it is. I've heard all the stories about heroin. I've got off this plenty of times, but I just keep coming back. Why? Because they love the high. They love how it makes them feel. Me, I love to have sex off of it. I never loved how it felt because I'm not a person that like a downer. Weed is semi a downer. Marijuana is semi a downer. It take you up, and when the high is dissolving, when the high is, going away, because of the way you eat, because of the things you drink, it wears the body down. It's a relaxing, you know what I mean, high. It relaxes you. It slows the pace of your heart down. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people with anxiety is subscribe marijuana. You know what I mean? So what I'm really trying to say is this, a lot of us have touched drugs for the first time in elementary school. A lot of us have touched it for the first time in middle school, the first time in high school, the first time after you have graduated from high school, have graduated from college, and it has in some type of way brought some type of destruction into your life, into your everyday well-being. It's a liar that tell you they can function. You feel me? It's a liar that tell you they can function off of hard drugs. You got me? Anywho, once again, I am Norris Stanley, Sr., back with another segment of staying off of drugs. Look, remember this, because this is what made a lot of things easy for me. One of the steps in an NA meeting is this right here. You are to give over what you can't handle to whom you pray to. You feel me? If you can handle it, go handle it. If you can't handle it, give it to whom you pray to and walk away from it. Please walk away from it. Anywho, I'm out. I love you.